Hello and welcome to Herman's RV Holidays. I will be your host for today. Of course, there's only me and Zoe. And I'm Adam, and Zoe, she's just had her hair done. She can probably hear me. So say when she arrives, say, "Oh, nice haircut." She didn't hear me. Yeah, so hopefully, now I've said that, hopefully she'll be coming down and joining us. Today we've got a few things we want to discuss. We've got the up-and-coming Hymerfest, which is in a few weeks' time. Then we're travelling to Brittany, right in the same weekend. Not Brittany, as in Britney Spears, but Brittany, as in France. There's a little bit of news on Herman. I think I might have actually already mentioned it before. But let's start with the news. So, I've sorted out the 12-volt electrics. Did I mention that? I know I've got a video coming out in the next few weeks about it, how I did it. But I can't remember if I actually did mention it to you. Anyway, yeah, I got 12-volt electrics now, so I can plug a USB cable or cigarette lighter socket into. There's a couple of sockets around Herman, but not. I don't have to keep going up to the driving area and plug him into the cigarette lighter. Wing mirror sorted. Oh, here she is.
Just gave me water.
Yeah, the wing mirror is now sorted. Very stable, rock solid. And again, I've got a video coming out for that. Would you like to come over here a bit so people can see you? They're not seeing you yet. Maybe if I pull this back. Where are you? There you are.
Oh, here I am.
You need to get a bit closer.
Get half my head.
A bit closer. We're in a very tiny room. In fact, I could probably reach and touch the other wall. Yeah, so that's the wing mirror sorted. We were having look at her there. We had problems with the wing mirror where it was wobbly. It did happen a few years ago in France, isn't it? The first time it actually.
Yes, we've had it a number of times. I think it's just because it literally wore loose.
I think it just got worse and worse and worse. I kept having to repair it every time I drove. I just wrapped the screws in paper and shoved them in, but it just wasn't holding. Anyway, I fixed it now, and I got a whole video on that. And now, one thing you won't have heard about is the awning. Now, the Hymerfest is coming up, and I think we'll probably use the awning, but we had it here at home, Herman, that is. And I thought, well, let's repair it, because down one side there's this strip of very tatty duct tape. And it's fraying, and the glue's come off. It's got brittle, and I've always thought that it was hiding a rip or something. So I thought, well, I'll get a roll of duct tape and repair it, make it good again. Took it off, couldn't see a rip, so I cleaned it up and washed the rest of the awning. Great, let the sun beat down and dry it off. Am I milking this story?
I can sense there's going to be something going wrong.
And
there
was. So when I wound it back in,
and it
wouldn't fit. It was about that far out, wasn't it? Either side.
Only a tiny little bit.
It just wouldn't go in, and
it was like, why is it shorter on one side and not on the other side?
It's as if it had moved over.
Well, oh dear.
Moved over. I'm not on the camera there.
And it's quite stressful, wasn't it? Because we had to get it back to the storage.
And I thought,
place.
well, worst mistake ever, although I figured out a way of, was to move. So I thought I'll slide it, move the booms inside.
And that made it worse.
Yeah,
really,
that just made it worse. Didn't help at all.
No.
It just so happened though, and after about half an hour, 45 minutes, I thought, well, I'm gonna have to put them back to where they were. But of course, I hadn't marked it. It's just so using my noggin, I saw where the arms were bending in and out. There was like an oily patch or something where it worn the fabric on both of them. So where the bolt was holding it on, it was anyway, lined it back up to where they should be, And then I thought, well, the only thing that's changed is that duct tape.
that you've taken
So
off.
I put the duct tape all the way back down, covered it, and that didn't seem to happen. It didn't seem to work. And I thought, well, let's take it off bit by bit and see what happens. So anyway, I was left with a strip that long. That long. And it fits perfectly now, doesn't it?
There was
Straight
a reason why that tape was on there. To kind of move it across.
So moral of the story is, if you have an awning with a piece of tape running down one side, don't touch it. It's like an hour's job. It wasn't completely unnecessary.
It was an hour, wasn't it? Yeah.
But anyway, that's the news of Herman.
Little Herman.
If you're watching, I can see there's 10 people watching. Hello, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Don't be shy. Say hello. Everyone else can see what you type. We got Buddy Wheels. Nice hair, Zoe.
Ah, I know. I just had it cut today. Yeah, it was horrendous. I must just say, because I woke up this morning, didn't I? And you called me Wurzel Gummidge. I thought it's time to have my hair cut. It's always the focal point of me, isn't it? My hair, as you can see with the photos and things, isn't it? But yes,
yeah, can't seem to
I've just
calm
had it
that.
cut. Yeah,
yeah, it looks very nice. I can see the
you.
light shining off. It's very golden on the top there. Yeah, it's very nice.
Oh, thank you. It won't look like this tomorrow. It'll all be sticking up
No,
in
that's
the air.
right. Look more like mine.
Yes. Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Ooh, where's our?
Oh, they were nice, weren't they? Those.
Checking
the post. Cheers, Buddy Wheels. I told them to say. I told them that you've had your hair.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
When I wasn't here.
Yeah. So. Oh. Hymerfest. Now, we've never been to any event like this, have we? Really?
No,
not like an organised event.
To
What do they call it? Not get together things. What do they call them? Festival for people. No, you can't think of it. Anyway, well, we've never been to one, whatever they're called.
I think there's quite a few, isn't there?
Anyway, we've never been to one of these camping gathering things where.
It's a little bit like a V festival, isn't it, or a Glastonbury? I don't
so it's 2 days in a couple of weeks' time. So across the weekend, we're going to be arriving on a Friday.
Like 3 days, isn't it? Is it
Oh yeah, it's 3 days. What am I talking about? Yeah, we're going to be arriving on Friday and leaving on the Sunday. And they got fancy dress. They got a theme of fancy dress there, 70s.
I think somebody was going to go along as well, weren't they, last time?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, I thought somebody was saying they'll see us there. Can't remember.
No, I don't remember that. No, might be something else. That's something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got fancy dress. They got a beer tent and this little an old Citroen van. Remember the old Citroen vans? They got one of them serving up beer and cider. Live music. Did I mention live music? I don't think I did. It's going to be ace, and we're quite looking forward to it. All these old timers.
You're going to be unbearable. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, taking the cameras,
He thought he wouldn't take his cameras along, or his GoPro.
You thought. Yeah,
it's like your right arm, isn't it, with you and your cameras? If you don't take your cameras along, my goodness. Do you have a weekend without them?
Yeah, we did. We had a weekend last weekend without them, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, we went to
once in the year.
New Forest again, didn't we? Setthorns. And I just didn't want to, did I?
Well, also it's very hot. We've been there so many times before.
I didn't have any idea what we were going to do or anything, so I just didn't bother.
Yeah.
There's loads of videos though coming up. I think I've got about 5 stacked up for you to watch. So that's 5 weeks worth. So we try and release these videos once a week. Let's like this live stream 4 p.m. on a Saturday. That's my plan. Whether or not I'm going to be able to hold up to it, I don't know. But anyway, then so we leave the Hymerfest on Sunday, sometime probably in the morning, and then we drive down to. In fact, I've got a map. I love me maps. Let me just switch it to here. There you go. So Warminster is the place where we are going for the Hymerfest. A rally! I just seen Buddy Wills. Thank you, Buddy Wills.
Is it
a rally? Yes, we've never been to one.
Colliding into me.
Oh, I've got to reach the mouse. So we are over here. This is where the rally Hymerfest will be, and we're going to leave on Sunday and head down to Plymouth. I was thinking maybe we head to Barnstaple that day as well, because we've got the whole day. I think the ferry doesn't leave until 10 p.m.
Yes, that's right.
So we might go to Barnstaple where my parents are. Might. I don't know. Depends.
Well,
depends on loads of things.
And also, the rally goes on till Monday, doesn't it? Some people are staying till for 4 days.
Are
so
they? Wow.
You could stay longer.
And then we're going to hop across the this river here to Roscoff. And the pictures that you've been watching, they were from last year when we went to Brittany, and we arrived in St Malo last year, headed round here in a couple of days, and ended up Binnock is around here. I think that's it there.
Yes.
And then
we kind of went.
We went
south.
down. We didn't go anywhere.
No.
We went down here to
Quiberon.
Quiberon.
Yeah, Carnac,
and this big huge bay here, Vans. I think we stayed in there, wasn't it?
And then we kind of made our way up again, didn't
we? To Ron. Is that how you pronounce that? Ren. And then back to St Malo. But this time we are going on the west side of Brittany. Again, though, we have no plan. I'm gonna guess that we're gonna end up somewhere around here. Is that Quimper or is that Whymper? Because I'm thinking of we is spelt Q-U-I, isn't it? We as in yes.
Yeah.
Whymper. I don't know. I'm not French.
And where was it that Poldark? Sorry, that wasn't that Quimper.
I don't know. I think it was a fictional place.
Yeah, possibly then.
Because it had a castle, didn't it? That would look really impressive. That castle on the rocks there, I don't know. They did call it. Wasn't Roscoff? It was something else sounding like Roscoff, wasn't it? But yeah. So if you have any ideas, any places you think, you got to take Herman here, please let us know.
So really, we'll just cover that end section, won't we?
Somewhere around here.
Somehow we've got to then get back to St Malo, haven't we?
That's right.
So we've got to travel all the way across.
Yeah. So we're heading. So we're coming in Roscoff, and then we're leaving St Malo. Yes.
So then
that's going to be a bit of a boring drive, isn't it?
Yes, unless you go all the way down to Quimper and then but that's quite a long route round, isn't it?
Maybe. So. Yeah. Again. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Let's get rid of that. Where has it gone? Drink. I've got sound effects as well. Did I tell you? Yeah. So that's Brittany. Now then, the week before that, though, let me just check the chat. Hey Ads, who is that girl next to you? What, Zoe?
It's only me.
Young bitter trotty.
Yes. Enough of the young.
Stephen Davis, how many miles have you done in Herman? Someone else asked me this, and I think it's coming up. I think it's 75, maybe 70, at least 70,000.
Because it'd hardly done anything,
maybe not
it?
80,000
when we brought it.
Yeah, it done 50 when coming home. It had done 50,000.
Yes, that's right. Because we commented that we were on 20. We done 20,000 miles. Earning no money today. Does he want to sit here?
What's that picture of? Oh, it's boats. Right. So the week before all of that, though, is I'm working in Letchworth still. I'm going to be working in Letchworth until March or something like that. It's ridiculous. But I'm going to go and use Herman again. I've been currently staying in hotels, which is fine. It's relaxing, I suppose. But I thought, well, if we're going to use Herman on leaving on Friday, and I'm gonna stay in Herman from the Monday to
It's just
the
an
Thursday.
excuse,
It's
isn't
just
it, to go in a motorhome?
No.
No, it does
Yeah.
break up the hotel, doesn't
It does,
I mean, it must
yeah.
be awful to live in hotels every week, mustn't it, of the year? I couldn't do
Having your meals cooked for you,
it.
and your
Well, so it's...
lavish breakfasts, and huge double beds. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's samey, isn't it?
No, it does get samey. I mean, the menus don't change very often, if at all, really. Yeah, so it's a way of breaking it all up, changing things around, and the fact that I think somebody on here last stream did say that they'll be going to Ashwell Farm. Ashwell, was that the town? Ashcroft Farm in Ashwell, I think it is. And I thought, well, you know, that'd be nice to see somebody, somebody to talk to that we kind of know. I can't remember who it was though. I should have looked it up before we started today. But yes. So that is.
That's it.
That's. We today we're heading to having a barbecue with a friend. So we've got all that to look forward to. We were going to go in Herman, but I got the weeks mixed up. I thought it was this week that we were.
We didn't have enough time.
I was going to Letchworth in Herman, but no. Bob Earnshaw says, "Are you staying in Ashwell?" Yes, that's right. Ashridge Farm. That's the one. I think I got it the wrong way round. Should see you there. Yes, see you there, Bob. What are you in, Bob?
I think Bob will recognise you. He doesn't need you wearing a carnation or anything. He knows what you look like.
You are daft.
Is that a picture of Bob there? No. Oh yes, vaguely.
Can't really make that out.
Anyway, there can't be that many of you on the site.
There isn't. Is 30? I'm just trying to remember how many sites there were. So, I think I've spilled off everything in, was it 20 minutes or something? Blimey. So, if there's anything you'd like to discuss, let us know. And we'll, normally around about this time, we get some questions. Maybe everyone's Swift Bolero, 13th to the 15th. When am I going?
You're going next week, aren't you?
No, it's not next week.
Oh,
Week
well
after.
done.
Oh, wow. Adam, have you found the emission regs in France have stopped you from going anywhere you wanted to? We hope to tour France in our van, but I'm not sure if the regs are likely to hinder things.
We haven't come across any regs, have we?
Didn't even know there were any.
No. Maybe you missed it. No.
How would we know? Is it like a sign that's a little
I suppose like
exhaust
with
pipe
the
or something?
London emissions, isn't there? But yes, you don't seem to get anything like that in France.
Well, apparently there are.
Unless
don't
we
know
just
anything
haven't gone to that particular area.
Possibly.
No, we haven't.
No,
To answer
no
that
is the answer. Yeah, that's right. Me and Poppy. Is that your Swift Bolero? What is the date when I'm going? I can't remember.
No. Well, the 15th is the Hymerfest, isn't it?
Oh, right. So, yeah, so 13th. Oh, okay. So, yes, I'm arriving on the 11th and I'm leaving on the 14th. So, 13, 14. I'll either meet you there or meet you in the pub. Probably the 3 tons. Is it 3 tons or is it just... No, it's just a tons, I think. I think you said last time you were there, you've been there before. It's a nice campsite, nice area. It looks like... I haven't been, but it looks like there's some nice walks as well. You like it?
I don't think I want to go to Letchworth. It doesn't sound...
No, Letchworth is quite...
exciting.
Well, the bits I've seen of Letchworth are quite nice, except for the industrial estate where I'm working. There's no place to eat. There's a Sainsbury's. And then that's basically my meals. Sainsbury's. There's
Well,
not
you said
really
there
any
was like
place-
three pubs, wasn't there?
No, that's in Ashwell.
Oh, this is in a different area, is it?
Yeah. No, yeah. We're getting our places mixed up now.
I'm just confused.
Well, what else can we talk about? I did have this list.
Yes.
But I've finished it. Oh, I've got something. I've got something I can show you. So let's. I forgot to display it actually. When we talk about the Hymerfest, check out this picture. Let's make it big. Look at that. That's just off their Facebook website. This was taken from last year, obviously from a very tall person with long arms. But if it's going to be like that, it's going to be amazing. Can we zoom in or anything? No. But look at them all. Look at those Hymers. Some really nice old ones, really long, big ones here. I have noticed the newish ones along the side here. So hopefully we'll be amongst.
So
this
really,
lot.
Herman's probably one of the younger ones, isn't he? Really?
These are 80s, 80s to 90s. Ours is 98.
Are they VWs up the other? What's that orange one there?
VW? Orange one?
So I can see in the corner there.
Oh yeah, there's a bay window VW. Brilliant. So that's that. Get back to this, and I've lost a screen, but it doesn't matter. Looking at the chat again. Yes, mate. Are you planning motorhoming all through dark winter months? We do go out in the winter. I wouldn't say all through the winter months. We don't like take a week or two off, do we? We do
we
weekends.
have been sort of Christmas, haven't we?
Oh yeah, Christmas.
We've been away, but there's you're kind of restricted
Have we gone
to campsites, aren't you? Because most of them are closed over winter.
We've gone to the WWT in Slimbridge a few times.
Yes, in
January.
January.
Yeah, that's quite good. It's camping at Tudor Farm campsite, is it right? Right on the
Tudor.
Right on the Slimbridge Road, I think it's actually called.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't seem.
Seeing the Buick Swans coming in, that's really good. That
migration.
Poppy is the Westie in the picture. Oh, 3 tons. I'll buy you a beer.
Oh.
You don't have to. It's all expensed.
You can buy him a beer.
Possibly. Connor, in this, emissions in France apply mainly in big cities where you'll need a Schritt air sticker on your windscreen that details your vehicle's emissions rating.
Oh, so we've never had that before.
We haven't had that. Didn't have that in France. Well, we're going around the outside of France, didn't we? Sorry, France.
But even
I meant
when
Paris.
we went through Paris, we didn't. Well, I suppose we didn't stop though, did we? We kind of travelled through it.
You were a good rally driver then.
Oh dear, I felt quite sick.
You felt sick.
It was kind of like you're going along and then sort of merging in from both sides, aren't they? It's horrible. We did say in advance we weren't going to go through Paris. I don't know how we managed to.
Paris, there's no ring road.
No.
It looks like a little ring road when you look at the map. It's not.
No.
Avoid
I think it's
Paris.
worse than London, wasn't it? Really,
Yeah.
because you've got them coming from all sides.
Any advice for managing power consumption when off hookup? We like the idea of wild camping, but as newbies are unsure what we can expect from our habitation batteries. That's a very good question. We've very early on when we had Herman, we upgraded our lights, internal lights, the ones we use most often because they're quite expensive. We upgraded them to LEDs.
Yeah.
I forget how much they were now. It's like £4 each or
They
something.
weren't that much, were they?
Well, to replace them all, it was going to be expensive. But anyway, the majority of them we've replaced. Even there's a long light strip above the kitchen area. It's one of those fluorescent bulbs. I took that out and rewired it with a strip of LEDs. We've got sticky backing. And it's a lot brighter in there now, isn't it?
Yes, that light.
You can actually do the washing up
good.
when it's dark outside, rather than having to look
But
down
then
what
you
you're
were
doing.
into your solar panels at one point, weren't you?
Yeah. So other things. Can't think of any other. We haven't got any solar panels. We've upgraded our leisure battery. Looking at it, the old one was a 20 amp hour battery, which I believe means that if you had a thing of 1 amp, using up 1 amp of power, it would last 20 hours.
Okay.
So a light, if it was on all day for 20 hours, it would. But now it's 70. We upgraded it to 70. But even then, that means 70 hours. Now, of course, I've wired in 12 volt electrics. At my laptop will consumes 4.5 or 5 amps, which of course is not very long to. It takes, if it took an hour to charge, that's going to be a good drain on the battery.
Yeah, so when
I suppose the big thing is going to be
camping.
batteries. Batteries. I think the big thing is going to be upgrade your lights to LED lights, and I guess don't have the heating on so often. If you've got a fan-assisted heating, that can consume a lot of.
But also, when we were wild camping
well.
in Scotland, you didn't obviously have any use of laptops or you
Well, I
couldn't
wanted
charge
to.
anything. Yeah, so you kind of didn't do it for like a couple of days. And that seemed to be all right, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, just turn things off when you use them, which of course you're going to. Where do we get to on those questions? Emissions, any advice for thanks Connor. Emissions. In some cities like Paris, there are days where vehicles with even or uneven number plates are not allowed on the road.
That's a bit worrying, isn't it?
So that's
got to take a punt that you're all right on a.
Oh, so well, if it was a UK vehicle, then odd numbers would be older vehicles because the number plate's now longer.
Yes,
right? I think.
Is that right?
Two letters signify the location, the year.
It gets complicated,
I don't
doesn't
know.
it? No.
How would you know this?
No.
And what are they gonna do? Sorry, your vehicle's got too many letters in the number plate.
Tricky.
How many miles has Herman got?
Oh, little Herman. They always want to know how many miles. What did you say it was?
It's about 70
75.
to 80,000 around that area. I don't think it's clocked over to 80 yet.
No.
I think it's at 75. I'll have to buy 2 sets of.
Yes, it does sound bizarre, doesn't it? Have an odd and an even number plate, and depending on how do you know which day though?
Who tells you? And they'll be in French. How are you going to
like
know?
a James Bond thing where you turn your number plate to the next one.
Maybe that's why he did it. In his
that
Aston Martin.
A bit complicated, doesn't it? I think you just.
He was ahead of his time, Bond.
Where was that time when we went through Switzerland and we stayed at a campsite and somebody got fined, was it £140 for not paying the toll, and we'd used the same road and miraculously we hadn't got charged, but you had to buy
they hadn't bought tax. Even in Switzerland you have to buy
a certain tax to go through Switzerland,
regardless of how long you're going to stay there. You need to buy road tax.
Yeah, which we didn't do, did we?
No, we did.
Did we? I'm sure. I didn't think we'd done.
No, we did.
We did.
Or didn't we? We bought something.
Oh, or maybe we were. I just thought we hadn't brought it.
They went cross country into Italy.
Yes, I think maybe it was the route.
And then they came back. And when they came back, that's when they got caught. Anyway.
Yes. So yes, you have got to be very careful, haven't you? Make sure you get the right documents and things.
Nobody tells you these things.
No. As long as you've got your breathalyzers and your.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely tell you that. That's a farce. Baked bean from France.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Ça va? That's the only French I know. So,
no, you don't. Comment allez-vous and all that.
Oui.
No, how are you? Not we.
You don't know what question I was answering. So whereabouts in France, Baked Bean?
Baked Bean has just missed our trip that we're going on. He might be able to give us some advice.
Yeah, we're going to Brittany in a few weeks' time, and you can probably rewind the video. It's going to be archived, and you can watch it back. But we're going to Brittany, the west side, and we have no plans other than when we're arriving and when we're leaving.
Typical
Everything
us.
in between is going to be all made up, just like last year.
Yes.
We might do a bit more wild camping this year. Well, we didn't do any wild camping last year.
Can you do wild camping in France?
Well,
then?
the airs.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a Scotland perspective. Right, okay.
In Paris, it is known as the Circulation Alternée. But not. Look, I can't read English, let alone French. But not sure if it only applies to French registration plates. It is only enforced on days when pollution is very high.
Oh, goodness. But how do you know when the pollution's high?
We just open the window, though.
Unless you've got a diesel Herman going through who intoxicates the air.
Oh, we'll switch the engine off and just cruise.
Oh,
as long as we're going downhill, it'll be fine.
Wow.
Robin Grundy says, do you usually travel with your tanks full? And also, how many days of boondocking, that's an American term, can you guys go before you have to empty your grey and black?
Well, we do tend to empty most days, don't we? Because otherwise it starts smelling.
Yeah, if you leave it for longer than
if
2
we
days?
Can. Yeah, 2 days is probably maximum, isn't it?
The grey water that starts to whiff a bit.
Yes, it's best to empty
we
every
try
day.
So what we've done in the past is when we're leaving the campsite to go on somewhere,
a
of course,
trip. Yeah,
and then we're going to be coming back later on. We'll empty the grey tank, and then when we come in, depending on how much water we've used up, we'll fill up the water, the fresh water.
Yes.
When we're heading out of here, when we're leaving home, we don't have any water on board at all. No. Unless, of course, we think we're going to be arriving late, then I might put a bit of water in the tank.
I've got this impression that you're not meant to have water on board, are you, when you're driving? It's better not to have the water.
Well, only to save weight. No.
Oh.
Only to save weight and to save fuel, but
yes.
It's not going to be much, to be honest, in the grand scheme of things. And Robin, we have in Europe. I'm assuming you're from the States because of the word boondocking there. But we have toilet cassettes are about about that big. And they're portable. You just pull them out of your motorhome and then you empty them, and you've got a little pipe about that size.
Because in Canada it was quite straightforward, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
amazing! You just had the pipe and you just
turn the knob and that's it.
Yeah, you didn't have a cassette at all. It's really easy, wasn't it?
Until you get to clean them out, that'd be your job.
Yeah, when would you clean? We didn't clean them out though, did we? When we were there?
No, they did it there.
Oh,
when we arrived. When we come back.
Yes, because it was hired.
Baked Bean. I'm from the centre. Val de Loire.
Lovely area.
Department 36. See, Department 36. If I know my.
Is that where we're going?
Department 36. That's how I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Baked Bean, but that's how they do their regions and their postcodes.
Yes,
and things.
because when we went to La Rochelle when I was young, that's 95, I believe, from memory. Yeah, so they have different numbers for different parts.
A bit like our counties.
Yes. Correct.
Loire.
That's a lovely area, isn't it?
Was that our first trip? We went through Loire to the Dordogne?
Possibly.
I think so, wasn't it? Yes, mate. Do you... you need the temp road tax in Austria too. I think that's what we got. It wasn't Switzerland. I think it's Veneta. That's right. It's like an ice cream. Thanks for the answer. I'm from England. Oh, okay. I'm just into these American YouTubers at the moment. Yes, so am I. I watch Nomadic Fanatic. So if you watch him, how much miles per gallon do you normally get? From a few years ago, I did some calculations.
Yes.
Measurements, and got my rulers out and got my calculator
Why did
out.
we think that?
It was 26 miles per gallon we were getting.
It wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
However, that doesn't cover my expenses, which I figured out. So my expenses doesn't actually cover me filling or Herman's travel, which is, I guess, one of the reasons why I haven't been doing Herman full time. Yeah,
but I think companies should look at this, because when you stay at the hotel, it costs you £80-90 a night. And when you stay in a campsite, it's like £15-20, but you still expense the same amount of petrol. You should be a bit of give and take.
The expenses for petrol has been 20p in the company for 10 years.
When you think,
and of course, petrol's gone up like that,
right?
Baked bean. You have to buy a Citroën Air anti-pollution vehicle sticker for 3 cities in France. Paris is one. They cost about €4. So for a Cat 4 vehicle and last of the lifetime of the camping car.
So that's not too bad, is it? Gosh, we never knew all this, did we?
No. Well, where would we go? Good miles per gallon, is it? Wow.
Well, when you think we used to have that RX-8, didn't we, car, and that was
18.
That was 18, 19, and that was horrendous, wasn't it? You used to
did have 2 engines.
Fill it up, and it was gone within a couple of days.
Yeah, small tank as well.
So when you think of a motorhome, that is probably quite good, isn't it?
Mm. But that we talk about that on our RX-8 channel.
We haven't had that for 5 years. No, I don't know.
Ages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, looking forward to it all?
Yes. Have you finished? You signing off? Well, that's very interesting about all the different things you've got to have, though, isn't it? All the stickers and all the costs. Yeah. Citroën
Air, is that? But we're not, for the 3 major cities in France. We're not going to any cities.
No, I don't think so.
No.
So we should be all right.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking possibly next year, weren't we, of where we wanted to go.
Well, I thought possibly Germany.
Oh, yeah.
What have you had some thoughts?
Well, I was thinking Spain, like the is it Alsace region or the?
We've looked at this before, though, haven't we? It's going to cost us an arm and a leg to get there.
Well, no, not Spain as such, because you can go to France and then travel across, can't you? I think you're thinking Norway, aren't you?
No, Spain.
Oh.
Going to Bilbao.
Oh, I see. Yes.
That was.
Oh yeah, the ferry was horrendous. Yeah.
£800 or something. And of course, if you drive, I mean, out of this ferry which catching and return is about 600, isn't it, or something?
Yes, ferries aren't cheap, are they? But then that's including your bunk.
And you've got to get there. You've got to drive there then. Unless, of course, we quit our jobs and just go away for 6 months or something. Then we can take as long as we want.
Yes.
That I would really like to do that. Of course, I would video it, and that's one of the reasons why I would like to, Yeah.
The dream, isn't it?
What's this now? Do you think Brits will give Europe a miss because of the pound?
I don't think so.
What do you think? Will people still go? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be more expensive, isn't it? No doubt. But I think people love France, don't they?
I do. I like France.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice. Very easy to drive.
I mean, will it
as
ever
well.
come about as well? We don't see this Brexit thing.
Oh. I'm lucky to get 20 miles to the gallon with.
Oh my goodness!
Well, a Talbot though, that's an old. Isn't that an old make?
Yeah.
I don't think they make Talbots anymore.
I don't. Is that a Vauxhall or no?
No, it's Talbot.
No, but is that the actual make of the car?
Talbot Yes.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like Fiat, but it's Talbot.
Okay.
Very old. I'll show you one if we see one.
Yeah.
In Europe, we say litres to kilometres, not miles per gallon. Yes. Yeah. Well, see, what was it in the 70s, in the 80s or something? There was a thing in Britain to do a switch around, so from going from the imperial into metric, and we got about halfway, and then everyone gave up. That's what I hear. I was a itty bitty boy at the time when we changed our currency, and inches, and we're all mixed up here. We buy fuel in litres. It's miles per gallon. Everything's in miles per hour. We buy things in grams and kilograms and litres. You know, food and what have you. You go to an ironmonger to get some screws, and they'll be in quarter-inch. They'll be.
When you go to an ironmonger, it's like the cobblers, isn't it? With what's his name? Carl Pilkington.
Screw fix.
Calls it the cobblers instead of the shoe.
Screw fix and tool station. It's all in millimeters or it's in inches, and totally mixed up. And I have no idea. All that thing in inches and stuff. I just kind of. To me, do you know what the strange thing is actually? And in my line of work, I found this out several years ago. I was doing this project where it was about routing like a sat nav, but we were doing it on a computer server side, and we were trying to build a network. Sorry if I'm getting boring, but build a network where there were bridges, so we didn't want like lorries going down. It was all, I think the company was Hanson. We didn't want their lorries to go under low or narrow bridges, or over them if there was a weight limit. And then we looked at the data, and this is Ordnance Survey data, and in their data they had height and all the other stuff, height and width and whatever, in feet and inches and in meters. Now, if you compare the heights of those two numbers, they're different. I mean,
why have you got to do that?
I mean, it's like, what? Which one do we choose? Which is correct? Why is it wrong? And all these questions, it's just like so bizarre. So if you're driving along and you see this sign that says, well, you normally see two now, don't you? You see it in meters and in feet and inches. One of them is probably wrong. So just be aware of that. Apparently they blame councils, so that's a little inside information.
Little answer there.
Yeah, little thing.
My goodness.
Let's go back to the chat. I think we're oh yes. So Robin's Talbot is very old. It's 30 years old. So that's, I mean, 20 miles an hour, 20 miles a gallon. That's not bad. 30 mile an hour. 30-year-old vehicle. Many in France wish they could do a Brexit. Sure it will work out. I'm sure it will work out. So
I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference.
Do you think?
Well, look at me. What do I know?
So France, I think a few countries in Europe want to leave the European thingy, don't they? I've heard about Spain and Germany actually.
Yes. Which would make it easier for us, wouldn't it?
Bob says 2 years ago we got around €640 this year. We got 530 for the same £50. I think that's exchange rate.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. They're starting to level out, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pound and the euro is definitely starting to get to a level pegging, as it were. Got to go. Need to buy a bushel of gas, and it's leagues away. A bushel of gas. I think he's. Is that an old measurement of gas? I don't know.
Well, maybe it's because you've been talking about measurements.
Yeah, possibly. Hey, Fidei Keane is here. Apparently, he's been missing our live streams.
Oh goodness!
How you doing?
You've not missed much. Actually, I've missed a few, haven't I?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if you do miss them, you can always go back and watch them. They're archived.
He
of
does
course.
tend to keep a record. Archiving it all.
So we've got not much to talk about now.
Yes,
so if you've got any other questions that you'd like to throw at us,
or where you would
do
recommend for us to go next year, because we're always after suggestions, aren't we?
Yeah, I think everywhere.
We always seem
I
to,
reckon we should take 6 months off and.
Wow, you saying this chap from work left yesterday, and you know how you kind of feel a bit.
You mean he left the company or left to go home? All right.
And knowing me, I said, have you got anything lined up? Because you always have to ask, don't you, whether they've been or whether they want to go. And he said, oh yes, I'm travelling for 6 months. I'm having a year's sabbatical, but I think he's only travelling for 6 months. And he was saying all the places he was visiting. Oh my goodness. I was so jealous.
Around the world.
My manager was saying, I hope you're not getting ideas. Because I was going, oh, that sounds really nice. Where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. And I think she was thinking, oh, she's thinking about doing that. But yes, I think sometimes you just have to do it, don't you? Sorry,
I don't want to get to like retirement age and think, I wish I'd done that.
Yeah, well, that's right. And, your health goes or you don't want to do it. Yeah. I mean, at the moment, we have quite a split, don't we, really? We have to do the work, don't we? But then we also enjoy our holidays, don't we? We live for our holidays.
You'll be quite lucky though. Having a motorhome allows you to go on holiday every weekend or whatever.
I mean, you couldn't stay at hotels, could you? Well, you could for 2 weeks, but it's a lot more expensive, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, my hotel bill is like for 3 nights is £400 the other week, and then when I was staying in Herman, it was £140 or something. It was only 50 quid to stay 3 nights. It was
but your dad
difference.
loves the hotels, doesn't he? He doesn't want to do anything else, but he likes being spoiled, doesn't he? And having his breakfast, and he's got routine. Yeah.
So we have a few questions in the chat.
Oh my goodness.
I'm good. This is Fede Keen. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. I'm good. Always have family over when you are. Oh, okay. That's why you considering buying another motorhome, or are you sticking with Herman?
Keep asking that.
My wife, for some reason, calls your YouTube Hyman the Herman. What? Hyman the Hermer.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because now that we've joined the Classic Hymers group, and you hear of all the names that people are calling their Hymers, don't you? And today I was reading that someone's got a Herbert and a Henry. And there's another Herman, or Harriet or Holly. Yeah, they all seem to be H's, but you do have silly little names as well.
Like Zoe.
But we think we're the only ones that are kind of a bit obsessed, don't we? But I think this lot are as well.
No, we're not considering buying a Herman. We're going to stick
unless we
with
win the
another.
Millions, possibly, or unless somebody gives us a new one.
I think if we went full time, or I was going to say full time or longer,
it works for us. Doesn't
then we
it?
might consider buying one along the way, maybe. But
I mean, we do tend to keep going to the NEC shows, don't we?
Yeah.
And these motorhome shows, thinking, oh, let's just have a look.
Yeah, it's just a look, and
like when you
could you live here?
puppy.
Could you live in this thing? You consider baked beans. Portugal is a good place. We will be spending this winter there in our camping car, Mercedes Rimmel, which is 14 years old. Wow.
So we've been to Portugal, haven't we? But not in the motorhome.
Yeah. Oh God.
And we enjoyed that, didn't we? Yeah.
That was a beach holiday. That's very unusual for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're not beach people.
We're off to France, Belgium, and the Netherlands for 3 weeks, middle of September, trying to learn some Dutch.
Oh my goodness.
Don't, you're making me jealous just to go, just to go away.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Love watching your maintenance videos on Herman. How's the search for a new motorhome coming?
It's not.
We're not searching for a new one.
We're just looking.
We just look.
We're just window shopping, really.
We don't,
It's funny though because we go round all these hundreds of motorhomes, don't we? And we go, oh, that's not right. That's not right. We don't like that. We want a rear lounge, blah blah. And we come away thinking, I think we're all right.
I think we're married to Herman.
He's served us well so far, hasn't he? I don't know why I'm saying he. But yeah,
his name's
the
Herman.
only thing is we would like a rear lounge, wouldn't we? I think that's what we're craving.
Oh, I wouldn't say we're craving.
Well,
nice.
you were ages ago.
Oh, yes, mate says we're about to exchange our bungalow near Torquay, and shall we?
I thought he was going to say about to exchange our bungalow
time out
for
for a year or two. What, are you meaning? Yes, mate. Are you meaning that you're going to be touring in a motorhome, or so you're going to be selling your bungalow?
Maybe they are buying a motorhome, yeah.
Because I also thought about that, selling up and then just. But I mean, what if things go wrong? It's, it's risk.
Well, I suppose it's a bit like when people have canal boats, isn't it?
It's free to park in my house in
Ooh.
France. Is that an offer, or are you just saying, yeah, it's where you park your motorhome?
It's a bit far to store, isn't it?
Well, not if you live up the road.
Yeah. Very nice.
Well, okay, so if there aren't any other questions or comments, then I think it might be a good place and time to stop the stream.
Right.
Then we can get on to our barbecue.
And have a drink.
Oh, Trevor's just popped up. Hi guys, loving your NC500. We are going to the west coast of Scotland in November, but probably no further north than Inverness.
Ah, because that's where it starts,
yes.
isn't
it? North, further than Inverness on the west side, that's what it's very pretty there. That really confused me. I saw me twice.
Yes.
Yes, we did that. We went that far as well at one point, and I kind of wanted to get the Sky. We didn't have enough time though. I'm talking about a few years ago now, though. Yeah, you got to make the effort to go there if you live far away, of course.
Yes, because it takes us 3 days to get there. It's
Desmond Dawdlers, he only lives I think it's 40 miles away from Inverness, so he can go and do it, or him and his wife can go and do that whenever. That's not his name though, is it? It's the name of his motorhome. You are both welcome with my wife and I.
Yes, mate. You're full time in our motorhome.
Oh,
wow! We don't like him anymore. We're very jealous, aren't we?
Yeah.
I suppose one of these days, we'll.
I think we can do it. It's not as if we haven't got. I was thinking, if the YouTube thing kicked off and there's a small bit of income coming in.
Yeah.
Or we could do, the odd job now and
you'll
here and
have
there,
to
mowing
tell
lawns.
us where you go and your travels, because we might have to copy. Do you think? We'll follow. Baked bean. You are welcome with my wife. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it is very nice. And cat. Arrived late, just in Shrewsbury for a few days. Sorry, I misread that. Arrived late, just arrived in Shrewsbury for a few days. Oh, so you're at the campsite right now, are you? Or watching us on their Wi-Fi? I must say, I think their Wi-Fi in the campsite in Ashwell is not too bad. It's better than the one of my hotels. Anyway,
moving on.
Yeah. That was almost a moan then. But we'll keep the bolt hole in the UK though. Oh, I see. So that's the thing. Would we, if we went doing it full time, would we keep the house or house? It's a flat. Tony and Valerie with Alex, and odd job. My motorhome needs clean. So you want me to come back and 4G? That's the thing I've been investigating as well. Actually, I have my phone. My phone's got 1 gig of 4G on the EE network, but if in France, it's only going to be 500 meg.
All right.
Do I add a pack onto that, or whatever they're called? Are they extortionate amounts? Or do I buy one of these MiFis and get... They're offering... EE are offering 20 gigabytes for £21, I think. But of course, that's every month. I don't want to be paying it every month. I only want to pay it when I'm on holiday. I don't mind buying a whole month, but it's... Anyway, dilemmas. There's Zoe there. Grip Belgium. Hello there. You weep? Weep?
We don't know how to say hello in Belgium, do we?
No, we don't. Oh, it's French.
Oh, is it? Oh, bonjour.
Bonjour, I think. So I think we're going to be wrapping up the live stream.
You said that about 3 times.
Yeah, we're going to be wrapping it up now.
Yes.
Sorry if you've just joined us. I don't know if this is a good time. Maybe is it a good thing to start it an hour later? I don't know, but anyway, we're going to be ending the live stream now. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, again, still look out for the videos coming out every week at the same time, 4 o'clock on the Saturday. UK is going to get inclusive data in minutes in Europe now. Okay, note that. Thanks, V40TC. Yes, so thank you very much, and next time you'll probably see us, we would have been to Brittany. Bye bye now.
Oh, we did.
Say goodbye, Zoe.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.